Hello, my name is John Dean and I'm speaking to you from Park Hill Church, Queen's Park, Brighton. I want to discuss with you today is a topic, and it's, is the Bible true? Can it be trusted? Can it be trusted? Well, let's start off with, is there any text not in the Bible which is written by some other historian about the time of Jesus? Is there anything written about Jesus about that time? Well, yes, there is. And it's from a man called Tacitus, who was a Roman historian. And Tacitus wrote in AD 64. AD 64 was when the city of Rome was on fire, a great fire of Rome, and Nero was the emperor. And Nero blamed Christians for it. He had to put the blame somewhere, so blame the Christians, this strange sect as they were known at that time. Now Tacitus wrote about this, and Tacitus commented that Nero did blame them, and that Tacitus mentioned Jesus Christ as being the leader and the founder of the group called Christians. And he also mentioned that Jesus Christ suffered the extreme penalty, which is crucifixion, and he suffered that under Pontius Pilate. So there is some evidence written AD 64 from Tacitus. I want to give you now, hopefully quickly, seven reasons. Number one, the text of the Bible. The original text, there's no copies at all. But when they were written, other Christians copied them, more Christians copied them, and eventually there were just thousands of copies over hundreds of years scattered about. These copies were collected together and compared, and they formed the text of the Old Testament and the New Testament. The remarkable thing is, out of thousands of copies, they virtually all agree. There is some variance, they're called, that's differences, and these are in spelling, they're in things like grammar. Don't forget, there was no spell checkers then or anything computerized. It was all done manually. But they had a remarkable agreement. Now, how do you account for such an amazing agreement with literally thousands of different fragments, parts of Gospels, parts of letters and that? They were put together and they had a remarkable harmony. Number two, there's over 40 authors scanning over a period of 1,500 years. That's the time that it wrote the whole Bible. And there is a remarkable consistency in all the books, in all the authors. They basically speak of one thing, the salvation of God by Jesus Christ. Thirdly, the prophets used to say, "Thus saith the Lord," and they gave prophecies, they gave future events. Now, these men would never say, "Thus saith the Lord," if it wasn't true. Why? Because if they said it and it didn't come true, they had the death penalty. So what they wrote would be the actual words of God, the actual prophecies of God. It was just too risky for them to be false. Fourth, archaeology. Archaeology uncovers much of the Bible. To give you an example, it was once discussed that the city of Ur, of the Chaldees, didn't really exist. But in the 1920s, there were archaeological discoveries which did in fact uncover the city of Ur. And you can see this in the history books now. And Ur is mentioned right back in the first book, in the book of Genesis. Also, there's been an inscription found which proves that Pontius Pilate was indeed the prefect in Rome, in Jerusalem at that time of Jesus Christ. Fifthly, fulfilled prophecy. There's so much written in the Old Testament that speaks about Jesus, his birth, his life, what he did, particularly his death, the way he was going to die, his resurrection. All these things are written in the book of Isaiah, largely in the Psalms, and the mathematical probability of these coming about is just enormous. So it's got to be God writing them. No man could just write these prophecies and they all come true. Bible and the science. Oh, it's said that science has disproved the Bible. Nonsense, friends. Not at all. Look, some years ago, maybe, I don't know, 400 or 500 years ago, it was believed that the earth was suspended, was supported by some very large animal, a great big turtle or something, or a great big elephant. It sounds ridiculous, but that's what people believed. They didn't understand that the earth could just hang up by itself. Now, the very Bible says in Job that the earth hangs on nothing. So the Bible is ahead there on science. It's saying it hangs on nothing, and it's just gravity, isn't it? Well, that's no support. It's just the invisible power of gravity. And then seventhly, millions and millions of Christians have found the Bible to be true once they've read it and believed it. If you're sceptical about the Bible, I suggest you just read it. Compare Matthew, Mark and Luke and John. Just compare them. Read the goodness, the wisdom of the scriptures. It's all there. Truth is there. There is life there. There is the Saviour there. There is everything there which is for life, for health, for goodness, and above all, for eternal salvation. Do read the Bible. If you live in the Queen's Park area, Brighton, do call in at Park Hill Evangelical Church. We'd love to see you. We'll speak to you. If you've got questions, we'll help and answer them, probably. There are answers in the scriptures. Thank you for listening, and God bless you all. Goodbye for now.